I delivered birthday cupcakes to a kid's party at 3 p.m. 15 cars packed the driveway, but the house was dead silent. No screaming kids, no birthday music, nothing. When I knocked, a woman cracked the door open just enough to block my view inside. "You're early," she whispered, glancing behind her nervously. "Party doesn't start until 3:30. I checked my phone. 3:02 p.m. "No worries. I can wait in my car if you need more time." "No!" Her voice was sharp, almost panicked. "Just leave them here. I'll grab them right now." But she didn't take the cupcakes. She just stood there in the doorway, staring at me with this weird, forced smile that didn't reach her eyes. Her hand gripped the doorframe so tight her knuckles were white. That's when I heard it. A kid crying inside, then another, but quiet, muffled, like they were trying desperately not to make noise. "Is everything okay in there? Those kids sound upset." "Perfect," she said, smile getting even wider and more unnatural. "The kids are just playing hide and seek. You know how competitive they get. Hide and seek at a birthday party with 15 cars outside?" Then I heard a loud thud from inside, followed by a small gasp. She flinched hard, her fake smile cracking for just a second. "You know what? My phone's ringing. Let me take this real quick." I backed away, pretending to answer a call. My heart was pounding. Something was very wrong here. While fake talking, I circled around to the side of the house, trying to look casual. Through the kitchen window, I saw them, 15 kids, all sitting completely still on the living room floor, dead silent, arms at their sides, eyes wide, and 3 grown men I didn't recognize standing over them in a semicircle, holding up their phones, filming every angle. My hands were shaking as I immediately dialed 911. Something's really wrong at this house on Maple Street. There are kids inside, maybe 15 of them, and strange men filming them. The kids looked terrified. The operator kept me on the line, asking for details. 7 minutes felt like an hour. When 3 cop cars finally pulled up, the second the officers approached the front door, chaos exploded. The men inside bolted for the back door. The woman started screaming at me from the porch. "You idiot! You absolute idiot! Do you have any idea what you just ruined?" Police caught all 3 men trying to jump the back fence. While they were getting cuffed and searched, one officer came over to me. "How'd you know something was wrong?" "The kids were too quiet, way too quiet for a birthday party, and those guys were filming them while they looked absolutely terrified." Turns out I was kind of right and kind of wrong. The officer explained it was actually a legal business. Some company that charges rich parents $4,000 per kid to stage a fake kidnapping experience. Teaches them what to do if they're ever taken, he said, shaking his head. The men were hired actors. The crying was part of the realistic scenario. Parents had signed waivers and everything. It was all completely legal. I felt like a complete idiot. The woman, the company owner, was still furious, yelling as officers tried to calm her down. "Those children are traumatized now because of you. Their parents paid good money for this experience, and you've ruined it." I apologized to the officers repeatedly and left, feeling like the dumbest person alive. My face was burning with embarrassment, but 2 weeks later, a detective called me out of nowhere. "You did the right thing calling us that day." I thought it was a legal business. It was licensed, sure, but we've been investigating them for months. Those actors, all 3 had prior arrests for child exploitation. They were filming, but not just for training purposes. They were selling the footage on the dark web to sick people. Parents thought they were protecting their kids. They were actually paying predators to terrorize them on camera for profit. My stomach dropped. I felt like I was going to throw up. Oh my god. We arrested all 3 men yesterday. Found their client list. Hours and hours of footage sold online. You stopped them mid-session. If you hadn't called, they'd still be operating.